So 1 out of 10 is the number of people suffering from some kind of loss of kidney function. It means that your kidneys are not working as well as they should. It is reversible. There's no cure. We can slow it down, but we cannot cure it. So kidney transplant is the only thing that can cure you. In the final stages of CKD, you end up in the dialysis treatment just to stay alive. So dialysis treatment extracts toxins and excess fluids from your body. And one of the dialysis forms is peritoneal dialysis. It is dialysis form that is usually done by the patients at home during the night, every night. So it means that you are home alone with very demanding treatment, but you are able to work during the days, go to work, and enjoy your time with the family. But in this treatment, there also lies the challenge. You are home alone and you need support. There's no way to identify infections or optimize the treatment. So, our solution, patented solution, is the Kidney Care monitoring device, and it can identify early infections. It is an add-on device that can be added on any dialysis setup that you have at home. It has the sensor capabilities to optimize, so we are using biosensors to actually measure what is happening during the treatment. So not anymore guessing, facts, how the treatment is actually working. It is non-invasive, real-time measurements from every treatment site. So this will be our future dialysis management platform. So with the data, we are able to optimize the treatment for the healthcare and for the patient. So it's a billion business, and we aim to be 140 million revenue company by the end of 2031. And what does that mean in practice? It means that in 2030, over 6 million people are under dialysis treatment. And only in US, these peritoneal dialysis patients, here you see the numbers. It means that we only penetrate about less than 6% of the markets. So we are going to build the cassettes and we identify our competitors, but we are the most lab-like setup. So the team has the knowledge to do and make this happen. Thank you.
Good. So now to Yuri, who wants to start asking questions?
Thank you very much for the presentation. I
You're
have
welcome.
questions around the user. Who do you see the main user of the device and interacting with the interface?
Yeah. So we are planning to have the data provided to the clouds where the healthcare professionals, patients can access the data and they can then optimize the treatment and follow up the treatment.
How many of these patients get infection on a yearly basis?
Patients get 1 infection per year, and it's really cost-effective or costly infection.
Who is paying for it? Is it the hospital, the patients, or the nurse?
We are planning to go to the US market, so there the service provider pays the device, and the healthcare professionals or healthcare is paying the device. But in some cases, even private patients can buy this device.
And can you elaborate on the cost savings and health economics of this solution?
Yeah. So basically, we are talking about if you get infection, you need to go to the hospital. You may need to transfer from peritoneal dialysis to hemodialysis. It will cost over 50, 70,000 to make that change. And if you can avoid even one, it's a big save.
So what are some of the parameters you're measuring?
So at the moment, the infection is done by optics, calculating the white blood cells. And with the biosensors, we are measuring urea, glucose, and creatine to make it matched to the lab results. So it's a lab at home.
Is there a possibility of automated adjustments to the parameters of the dialysis?
In the future, yes. Because this data has not been available earlier. So what we can build on top of that, only imagination is the limit.
Mukava is soon to be launched startup from VTT. We have developed novel tri-electrode technology for measuring biopotential signals such as heartbeat, muscle and nerve functions. There is a strong shift towards in cardiac marketing towards miniaturization of devices, toward wearables, remote monitoring, as well as preventive health care. And we have developed. Sorry. However, there is this bottleneck in market disruption caused by gel electrodes. For example, they have bad signal quality, and this leads to misdiagnosis and unnecessary treatments. The magnitude of the problem is huge and it's well recognized. In addition, gel electrodes are uncomfortable, they cause skin irritation and allergic reaction. And together, these issues create a major bottleneck in market growth. And we at Mukava have developed novel tri-electrode technology which tackles these issues. Here are the properties of Mukava tri-electrode in a nutshell. Compared to the traditional gel electrode, Mukava electrodes has much better signal quality, in this case 10 times better. We also have a really good adhesion, and it doesn't lose signal quality even in extreme conditions. And unlike gel electrodes, our electrodes do not irritate skin. The current market size of medical and wellness electrodes is almost $2.5 billion, whereas our serviceable market size is approximately 800 million. Here are our competitors, and this is how we different from them. We are only solution able to provide accuracy and comfortability needed for market disruptions. Currently, our electrodes, we have protected our electrodes with patents, and currently they are tested in 10 companies. Here is our financial prognosis, and currently we are looking funding from VCs and business angels. We have a seasoned team and strong background in technology development, business development, sales, and marketing. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. In differentiating between the medical use sector and the wellness sector, where do you today see the sort of biggest advantages, and how big of a problem are, in, let's say, how inaccurate are the current results with the current electrode?
In wellness sector, the pain point is in comfortability, because the measurements are not so important. So here, the comfortability is most important. But in medical sector, there is also very much enhanced in signal quality needed. There are special cases, for example, you need to have a good signal quality at the beginning of the measurement, and our electrodes is superior on that one.
I'm assuming that these are quite inexpensive when it comes to unit price. How do you manage to scale this business?
We are not ourselves producing those, so we are looking for subcontractor and having negotiations with them.
But I mean, volumes, this likely requires quite sizable volumes and sales.
Exactly, they need that, yeah. So these are really cheap, couple of 10 cents.
Can you comment a little bit still on the need, that some of the feedback that you got, or how have you quantified, sort of how strongly, how badly is there a need for this kind of solution in the market currently?
Well, one of the wellness company we have been discussing with, so CEO of them said that if they are able to get comfortable electrodes which do not cause any skin irritation, they would be willing to pay 10 times more than they currently pay from electrodes. So the need is quite big.
What's the price point you are aiming to as compared to the traditional ones?
It depends a little bit about the user case. So we are able to compete with pricing, but of course, as we have some added value, will be premium pricing.
Hi everyone, my name is Kelly and I'm the founder of Moon Health. We are a very early stage medical device startup developing on biosensors for continuous and precise health monitoring. With our first device, we are tackling the global issue of infertility. So currently already 1 in 8 women are seeking fertility intervention. There are about 80 million couples worldwide struggling with it, but we still don't have any accurate data of female hormones, which are crucial for conception, and we are aiming to change that. So we are developing an at-home diagnostic device that will make ovulation and hormone tracking easy, convenient, precise, and accurate. It is user-friendly, reliable, and convenient for the woman, and it will increase the conception rates. But in general, not only tackling the fertility, but also with this device, we could do so much more. So we will also incorporate all of the other problems as well. We are using a DNA-based immunoassay technology. We have already started with laboratory prototype. We started the laboratory testing this year, and we have finished it. We have seen good results. We are currently still in phase 1. We have collaboration agreement with University of Tartu and partners from other Estonian ecosystem. Although there are a lot of ways to track your hormone levels, especially ovulation testing kits out there, there is currently no device like Moon out there. There is a very big search towards biosensing in general, but none of those companies are currently focusing on female health or are in the development phase as further as we are. We integrating our machine learning with the device, we will surpass those existing solutions, and the global biosensor market size shows the potential of the size. The team consists currently mainly of scientists, but in total we have about over 50 years of combined experience of research in biosensor field. We also have engineers on our team who aren't on the slide at the moment. So the continuous health monitoring is the future. We have seen that with the continuous glucose monitoring systems, which are currently the main commercialized products out there. But there are a lot of companies moving in that direction. And if anyone is interested to learn more about it, then with a QR code, you can book a call with me. Thank you. So it's so fast.
So in my family, we use an ovulation tracking app,
Yes.
so which is completely needle-free or sensor-free, and which is FDA approved. So how do you compete against something which is almost free?
Yes, of course, ovulation tracking apps are very popular. There are over thousands of them. They aren't very accurate. Some estimate that they are about 20% accurate, and they don't give any indications of the hormone levels themselves. So currently, the golden standard is laboratory testing, but single-point measurements don't actually give you insights of the hormone levels because female hormone levels fluctuate a lot. For example, progesterone fluctuates 8 times in 90-minute period. So taking one-point measurements is not enough. And of course, with ovulation tracking apps, you can only think or like make an estimation of the ovulation, but you can't see the causes as well, which is one of the aims that we are focusing. So one thing is ovulation, but the other is the causes of fertility that we can detect with that. So give a lot more information.
What is the shelf life of your device? How long can a woman use this device?
Yes, so it's gonna be basically from 3 parts. One part has to be changed in every 14 days. So it will be on for 14 days. You have to take it off. One part you can is reusable for 3 months, and the other one you have to buy a new one after 14 days. But with female cycle, 14 days is enough for one cycle.
Hi. Ankeres is enabling next generation chronic pain relief. Think that every 5th person around you suffers from chronic pain in some point of their life. 6 million people in the world could benefit from spinal cord stimulations. However, only less than 5% of those are treated with the spinal cord stimulation. Ankeria's target market is $340 million and is estimated to grow after the spinal cord stimulation selection is getting better. Ankeria is identifying right patients to do spinal cord stimulation therapies and personalizing those therapies. We are optimizing the patient journey to these spinal cord stimulations by matching the patients with the right treatment and at the right time. So this will reduce the healthcare cost caused by chronic pain, approximately 20 to 50%. So we are providing digital platform for healthcare professionals, the mobile app that collects daily pain of patients, and then we are providing the clinicians software to choose suitable patients and personalizing those. And we are doing this by combining health data, AI, and data analysis and pain physiology. So our customers are from healthcare sector, payers and providers, and then also these medical device manufacturers. So we will have subscription and saving models to healthcare sector and insurance companies, and later licensing to these medical SCS companies. So we are heading to Nordics, EU, and USA. Our revenue will be $52 million. So we don't have direct competitors. The big advance is that we have AI algorithm development inside house. So now we are focusing to product development with collaboration with Aalto University. And we are looking for 200,000 euros for now and later 200 million. So this is our team. I'm a former pain researcher, now I'm founder and CEO of the company, and I have machine learning expert with me doing this, and we are doing collaboration with Aalto University, and we have medical advisor from Kuopio University Hospital. And we are part of Health Incubator Helsinki and located in Terkko, Helsinki. So let's treat chronic pain together. Thank you.
Thank you. Interested to understand, I mean, chronic pain is a tricky pickle and often it's idiopathic and you don't necessarily know what's causing that. So what are the parameters that you look at and how do you stratify the patients who would benefit from that specific treatment?
Yeah, so we start monitoring the pain with our software or this mobile app. We are combining it to health data which we are getting from hospitals and insurance companies and from the literature. So we are combining everything of those. So we need different kind of patients to compare who is suitable for this. So this treatment is now given too late. Many patients are receiving really bad medications. It might take 5 to 10 years to get this treatment. And our focus is to have the treatment before they start these awful drugs, which are not probably working to some patients.
How do you incentivize or sell this to providers if it ends up in 1.2 million new patients?
You mean who is selling our product?
I mean, if the provider space is thinking about resource efficiency and so forth, and in the end result is 1.2 million more patients with chronic, like identified chronic pain.
Okay, perhaps I don't understand the question.
Very short answer.
So we are doing a lot of clinical studies, and we show that it's really working, and then we are using collaborators too. So we need some hospitals that will take this to their test, and after that we can show that it really works.
What kind of evidence do you have about cost savings?
Cost savings?
Cost savings.
Yes, there are a lot of literature based on the spinal cord stimulation, so how cost effective is it? So we have done the research to look those, that it's really, these devices are really expensive, but then if you compare to long drug use, then it saves money. And Ankerias can take part of the saving.
Hello, I'm Paavo Vartiainen from Kuopio, and I'm here to talk you about Surgerix, which is software for safer and faster microsurgery operations. Microsurgery operations are such where surgeon looks at the tissue through microscope or other cameras, such as in the picture there is laparoscope and endoscope. While they have several cameras, they have then different screen for each camera they need to follow during their operation. That makes it quite ergonomically demanding with several cameras. And further problems in minimally invasive procedures are narrow and deep surgical openings, corridors to the tissue. And therefore instrument block part of the surgeon's view in there, and thus cause workflow interruptions and risk of surgical errors. Our patent-pending software solution combines 2 or more surgical video streams from microscope and other scopes in the setup into one unified view. It can make instruments appear transparent and augment the highly zoomed microscope view with a wider view. The market we are addressing will be about 10 billion market in total by the time when we enter the market. And in practice, there will be about 24 million such operations where our solution may be used. About our business model, there are no solutions on the market which combine surgical camera views as our solution does. We plan to sell annual software license so that the price per working day is only about 100 euro for the customer.
1 minute left.
And since average cost of the operating is about $36 per minute, every minute we can cut from the operating time means savings to our customers. In our preclinical study, we demonstrated our solution to 16 surgeons and received very good feedback. So our solution means less risk of errors, decreased time of operating, and better ergonomics for surgeon, which enables faster recovery of patients. Our roadmap includes establishing company next year and entering clinical markets in Europe, US, and Japan later. Our team includes neurosurgeon and other 2 professors as well.
Thank you. Time is up.
Thanks.
Thanks very much. Are you platform agnostic at the moment?
Yes, we can integrate to all the major hardware providers on this field.
What makes it difficult for other OEM manufacturers to implement similar solutions?
I guess the thing is, the one thing here is the medical device regulation, that the machine vision algorithms we are applying here, we are making the process that get them accepted. So we have not seen that anyone has done it before for clinical use.
Can you comment a little bit on what is the best other solution solving this kind of problem in the market?
Yes. The current state-of-the-art solutions, they have different cameras on same screen side by side, close to each other, but not unified as our solution. And there exist also hardware solutions like double ocular devices where it's a hardware solution for this.
Hello everyone, I'm Sebastian Soidisalo from Polku Therapeutics. We develop novel therapies for Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease in order to stop the progression of the disease. The brain is an incredible organ. It allows us to solve complex problems, feel emotions like love, and also move our bodies nimbly, as I am on the stage right now. So the brain is a 1 kilogram of fat and protein, but in it is the really essence of what it means to be a human being. So losing that fragile organ means basically losing a part of ourselves. So imagine waking up and your hand isn't moving and the coffee is spilled. That's what happens in Parkinson's disease every day. Or when you go to a coffee shop and you can't find your way back home, that's basically what happens in Alzheimer's disease. You lose your memory. The brain is losing some of its neurons, and that's called neurodegeneration. And in it, there are protein aggregations that contribute to the disease. The unmet need in the market is that there aren't any treatments available that slow or stop the progression of the disease, so it's all symptomatic. There are around 2 million patients in Parkinson's disease in US and Europe, and 50 million in Alzheimer's disease. And the market is growing, and if we would introduce a disease-modifying therapy, the market would be more than double from these figures. In the disease, the protein aggregation plays an important role, and there are mechanisms to prevent that, and that's what we're targeting. We have a first-in-class therapy that inhibits protein aggregation and reduces already formed aggregates in the brain. Behind the invention is a new discovery that in a protein there's a novel binding site for compounds that we have been able to patent. And when we modulate our target PrEP, we see that the protein aggregation is reduced. And in the animal models, when we introduce a lesion to other side of the brain, we have a mouse model that is not able to use its other paw. And with our therapy, we actually rescue the animal's ability to use the paw, so we see that the disease phenotype is gone. And should I be lucky to be invited into the final, there's some more data on Alzheimer's disease. And in the team, we have the professor of pharmacology from University of Helsinki and Simon Bennett, a senior business developer who resides in Oxford. We just raised a pre-seed round of 2 million, and we're looking forward to raising more money in the coming spring. So, keeping brains healthy and people on their path, that's our mission.
Thanks for the presentation. I was wondering if it's a peptide that you're using or a gene therapy approach that you...
It's not a peptide and it's not a gene therapy approach, so it's a small molecule allosteric modulator that modulates protein-protein interactions of PrEP and PP2A.
Okay. And do you aim to address both the Parkinson's and Alzheimer's with the same target?
Yeah, so the target is important in autophagy, and autophagy is kind of disease agnostic when it comes to protein aggregation. So an alpha-synuclein in Parkinson's disease, and then we're talking about tau in Alzheimer's disease.
Thank you.
What are some of the main reasons that the sort of solutions that have been tried in this field haven't worked? What's been the challenges in the field?
Well, partially it has been the tau hypothesis hasn't really been studied in the clinic to the degree that it should. So the hypothesis hasn't been tested. Same goes for alpha-synuclein. So there are some therapies that are in the clinic at the moment. Autophagy and hasn't really been targeted. So that's kind of a new way to look at protein aggregation. So yeah, we've got one of the few projects globally that are targeting autophagy.
And how translatable are the mice model results when moving to humans?
Not very. But
Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Markku Kallio. I'm GP. I've been working as a doctor 45 years. Bought my first Apple Macintosh 1986, and since then been doing databases for medical purposes. What I'm talking today is a short of our product, which all in this room will be using. And if you are not using our product, you will use our competitor's product. It's a smart symptom check program, which is in front of every doctor or, wait a minute, where did it go? Painaks mä väärään kuitenkin? Oh, my son has done something clever. Okay, so when you want to meet a doctor or a nurse, you will be asked in future every place, not yet, but in future, that what are your symptoms, why do you need care? And you have to answer a certain number of questions. And this is a process which is not very organized at the moment. We've been developing a set of 750 different clinical situations as three medical doctors. And so this product at the moment is used in 6 out of 20 in Finland's health district areas. And what we can do here is that after you have answered, it gives your answers to our central system. It analyzes where did you say yes, where did you say no, and makes some more questions regarding to your answers, and then it tells which channel, which doctor, which nurse, physiotherapy, or whatever mental problem you have. So you are not in a wrong place, not in a wrong time. This is the heart of the product. And this,
you have a minute left.
Yes, this shows just that when we've been doing 4.5 years the database, then we started selling it roughly 1 year ago, and now we are doing the way you see over here. And this is our team, and we are 3 doctors, 3 programmers, and quite a lot of amount of experience in medical databases. And this is something that will be needed everywhere. If somebody talks telemedicine or chat, I have only one question. Which question system, which software do you have in the front? Everybody will have something in the front. Our product or the competitor. Thank you.
Thank you. Really interesting area. I was wondering, what are the competitive advantages that you see with other solutions? I mean, there are, these telehealth platform providers like Babylon Health and others who have their own sort of triaging tools. And I'm keen to hear, how do you differentiate from those?
The main difference at the moment is that we have done everything handmade. This means that we have 100% control over all 750 questionnaires. And it means that if there is a problem or it doesn't answer correctly, we can personally change the whole thing. Of course, we are very aware of AI, and we are now MDR1. We are doing the MDR2. We had the first audits already, and there's a lot of EU regulation, but we are following very carefully. We are in several AI programs even, but we have a huge manual database which gives us a certain competitive advantage. If you have only AI, you have no idea why it did something or it did not. So we want to make a combination of these two in future.
Do you have data on cost savings as compared to other competitors?
Yeah, through this machine has now gone some 1 million patients in Finland, and we see the effectiveness in the number of, for example, in the number of the nurses doing this need of care assessment. So you can easily see that if the patient comes with the answers, if you compare that the nurse have to make the questions, there's a huge time saving. There's a lot of data behind that.
Do you have any international pipeline, I mean clients?
We're discussing at the moment with NHG Consults in Scandinavia, plus some extra, because as I said, in every country, everybody will have some questionnaire. Only question, whose questionnaire?
So final question, how do you convince these, let's say, bigger private healthcare clinics, not only in Finland or Scandinavia, but more broadly to use your platform over what they, many of them already have today?
Yeah, in Finland, Terveystalo chose us, and that's why we are such big as we are partly, and that's the trick to go abroad. We need references, but in Finland we have the references now.